Hello, today we're going to build our acrylic ornament. So we begin by assembling the pieces of the circuit that house the circuit board. So you're going to take these 4 pieces and assemble them out of the 6 pieces you've received. Um, this piece will be the front that will go on later. And now we're going to assemble this. All right, so the way this works is light emitting diodes have a longer lead, which is the positive, and a shorter lead, which is the negative. I've cut these, but kept still that relationship of longer being positive and shorter being negative. Okay, so if you orient it this way, with these openings going down, we're going to put in the LEDs from this side with the longer sides on the right. The positive sides are on the right. So positive, 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 like that. And I have cut your light emitting diodes a certain way because the longest lead, the end leads need to be relatively long to go down below in this circuit, to go down to this side. So I've kept this long enough to do that. Similarly, I've kept the negative one on this one long enough. And so I've cut those in this order, where red is the light emitting diode on the right, green is the light emitting LED in the middle, and blue is the LED on the left. Okay, so you don't need to cut them. They've already been cut for you. But what's crucial here is that you get let's see if we can see this well. You get these bumps on the light emitting diode. I'm sorry, they're not coming out better, but get them so they are in the hole. And when they are just in the hole, then that is the point at which you're now going to bend the bulb up towards you. In fact, they can be coming out just a tad. So when those bumps on the leads are just coming out, that's the point at which you're going to bend them up towards you. And again, down is where these notches are. So again, I'm going to have those notches on the leads coming out just barely like that. And then I'm going to bend this towards me. And if you do that, if you're consistent, then they'll have a consistent, which I wasn't, then they'll have a consistent height to them when they're in the board. So that's what's important. You also don't want to bend near the bulb itself because you could break the leads out of the bulb. Okay, so now that once you have them all bent up towards you, now what's crucial is that the ones nearest each other, the leads nearest each other, are bent towards each other to overlap because they are going to get soldered together. So we're going to bend these like that, try to get them overlap parallel as much as possible. Same with these two. And what's also critical here is I had to keep these leads relatively long, but once they are in and in position, then you might want to cut that one just a little shorter. The the negative of the blue, sorry, the positive of the blue lead, you might want to cut that a little bit shorter because you can't have, these two leads are going to get soldered together, but you don't want this lead going over and touching the opposite polarity lead of the same of that LED, right? So this lead should not touch the positive lead of the green LED. Similarly, the positive lead of the green LED shouldn't touch the positive lead of the red LED. So just want to make sure that's the case. So what you're going to do is once these are nice and sticking up straight, make sure they're sticking up straight, parallel to each other, then, and these are laying down next to each other, then you can solder these two. Okay, so what else is also important is that the positive lead on the red LED is going to get bent down, and the same with the negative LED. The negative lead on the blue LED is also going to get bent down and is going to go below. And that this will then get placed in here. Thank you for listening.